Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. We are currently on 28 of 35 of the required systems for victory, according to the Conquest monitor. Also, I loaded back into an immediate attack on Atlas, which I suspect will probably go just fine. I guess I should be looking at their ships. Oh no, we lost one! A slicer fell! What a terrible day this has been. Okay, we're on the way to colonizing... What number did I say? I've already forgotten. 28. We're on the way to colonizing 29. If we can take back Micra, that'll be 30. And then it's just a matter of sweeping into their systems. We're already working on Zosmanos. Zosmanos, the system of fate. Alright. The Infinite Factory is probably normally habitable. Totally might be. Actually, let's just have you stay put. Do I want to find out? I think I do. Hey, Rebor. Sure, do that, and then make me some ships. It shouldn't take too much for us to be able to, actually... You know what? With us making 10k a turn, we can probably just expedite this a little bit. Our trade systems, our trade companies are starting to get pretty effective. Alright, so we don't need too much more. It does seem like on Endless you get quite a while. Hey guys, let me know in the comments if you have seen, like, what turns have you seen the AI on Endless if you've been playing? What turns have you seen the AI winning economic and science type victories on? Because I am curious to know if what we have here is an unusual... You know, this could be like an anomalous outcome. Alright, they got a lot of ships, we got a lot of ships. They're mostly projectile weapons, energy defenses still. And we are energy defenses and pretty split. Oh, because these are not totally modern ships. Right, didn't I think I rebalanced our ships already. That's right, we had a bunch of ships that were not yet retrofitted. So what do we do there? Traded a butcher for most of that fleet. I think they have a lot of ships here. Yeah, we're not on the most modern upgrades. Alright, well I think we should keep fighting though. We definitely have an advantage production-wise. We can afford to trade even numbers. Like 10 of my ships and 10 of their ships is a good trade for me. Okay, that went a little bit better for them. Like I said, this is not a big deal. It's pretty okay. I'm just going to send these guys over here. We'll see if we can indeed take the factory world, because I would like to. Okay, they're starting to get wise at Oyad. They still are not going to have a lot of luck conquering our ground forces, I think. Oh wow, really? What happened? Is this another they just couldn't get close to us thing? Oh, this was a fleet made up largely of ships that require close range, and we just tore them apart before they got there. It's the advantage of having the best weapons in the game, you know? Okay, so they do have some large ships. It looks like their defensive ships and all of their small ships are kitted out for exclusively close-range combat. The other ships are going to do a lot better against us. Boy, we are really giving them what for, though. Okay, and here at Oyad we will continue to press the Riftborn into service against their own people. A collapsing star was discovered somewhere. Kren Salutis continues to level up as he must, always and forever. Alright. Mostly what we're doing here is we're trying to get up to the last tier. More than specifically caring about any particular skill. Alright, this time we should actually be able to hold the colony. Yeah, we've seen it. Okay. Honestly, just hold position. Let's make him kill us. What else do we have going on? We have this. This is definitely a fight. Oh, there's Reavers here. Why are there Reavers here? Have the Riftborn actually not cleared out their miners? That seems bizarre. Yeah, you better run. Really, the only route he had was to run to Atlas. I suspect what happened there was he ran along a wormhole. We just never bothered to figure out how wormholes work. Probably I should have. At this point, I don't know that it's worth worrying about. Okay, we know what happened. We killed lots and lots of Riftborn. That's what happened. Okay, so you guys are on the way. We still need to make some more ships here. Butchers and Marauders and Slicers, oh my. Wait. Okay, hold on. I want the ships orbiting the system. There we go. We have an awful lot of ships that are close to the system. Alright, this fleet is in defensive mode. Oh, I merged in the scavenger. He doesn't need to be here. Is there anything else that really could use probing? I don't know. Just shoot a lot of probes out. And then run away. Man, it lets me fire the probes, but then when I give orders, it's not the orders are not to the probe ship. That's very annoying. I wish it wouldn't do that. Alright, who else needs orders? Nobody else needs orders. Okay, I'm confident we're gonna get there. It's just a matter of time. Yep, we're staying full militarist support. It is, unfortunately, functionally impossible for us to maintain any law that has a real influence cost because our population is incredibly high. Really, really huge. No, I'm not trying to click that. I'm trying to click the follow your orders button. Let's make sure everybody goes to where they're going to as quickly as possible. Okay. Now the battles. Once again, we have wiped out enemy troops at Oyad.
This is our proposal. We suggest.
Yep. Just trading my ships for their ships. Not too bad. So Guyana and Megrez have finished a lot of ships this turn. I think the ships here at Ju will probably hang out for a while. Let's gather up a little bit of a fleet. Okay, you are now orbiting Kairos. We'll just wait for this to fill up. And once again, I have managed to merge in the scavenger. And if I do anything weird, I'm sure it will issue orders to the wrong fleet. So let's move the scavenger out. Okay. And now we fight. These ships, freshly built, are all the correct designs and should do very, very well here, I would expect. And now we've really broken off a huge amount of what he had. Suspiciously bad performance. Projectile. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely switching up their fleet faster than the enemies that we've faced in the past. I'm not going to engage in attack. Let's try to get this guy to move in before they engage next turn. And down here, let us produce some ships as quickly as we can. Yeah, that's a good start. Alright, does anybody else have... No. No more empty production queues. Alright, given that these guys are just about... Well, I guess I'll have this fleet stay put for one more turn, mostly because this system is going to be revealed pretty soon. We can just go straight there. Yep, you're supposed to be doing that. You, Slicer, could probably at the very least go to Atlas. Okay. I have to say, I'm pretty annoyed that they managed to take Micra and then they've been able to hold it, largely in part due to my ships not behaving exactly the way I would like. But what are you going to do? Man, I should sell some of my strategics. Wow, look at all the fleeing. What is this? Oh, the Sheridan. Okay, see, so like this is... I played a little bit of UE off camera. I don't remember if we saw this during the UE game, but the United Empire has a quest with a step where you get to like choose what you get to do a thing that actually does change the name and I think a little bit the graphics of your empire, and so they're now the Sheridan. It's just more evidence that it's super weird that nothing happens for the wasp part of the Craver questline. Let's merge up here. We'll stay put for another turn, and then we'll go back and reclaim our lost lands. Alright, where else is there combat? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Of course at Oyad. Alright. Grave defeat. Our ship arrived, but apparently not until after the combat. Let's have these guys head over to Zhu as well. We'll group up before we get to stuff. You know what? If he dies, he dies. I'm not that concerned about it. Just do some damage on your way out. That's all I ask. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, I think they are going to get it back. We've managed to really burn a lot of its population, though. Did they actually fail there? They did. A full... As much manpower as they can throw at a system in a turn is not enough to get through the amount of manpower that we get out of a single use of conscript. That's crazy. Alright. Here at Atlas, we should definitely be cracking some skulls. I don't know where these guys keep coming from. Oh, such cowardice. Well, as long as we have fleets in both positions, we can just do this over and over and over again. Really, he's allowed to retreat repeatedly. I did not think that that was a thing that was allowed. Well, this time he has to stand and fight. Retreating will kill him. Okay, there we go. That was remarkably difficult. Well, hold on. Let's deal with this in a second. Pop you out. Merge you up. Or just have you head right down here. Apparently, these guys are going to have to stay put. So apparently, we need somebody here to catch the retreaters. And how is this going? Oh. We probably could have ground assaulted before now, actually. So that's one. Hard fought, but we got there. What is the timing on this looking like? Alright, 16 turns plus whatever we get for colony ships coming in, so that won't be too long. Oh, that's true. I can see the status of every hero in the galaxy. I don't think that's a thing that's useful right now. And we're very slowly taking control of Kairos, which I assume will give me, like, actual control of it. Like, we'll be able to use it as a colony and build stuff. So that'll help us. A lot of their ships have bugged out from Oyad. I assume they went home to replenish their manpower, maybe? Interesting. Well, probably a good thing for us. Alright, so our hero levels are a little bit less relevant than they have been. Guyana, which is a little bit far from the conflict, still producing ships, because, man, oh man, Guyana has a lot of industry output. Okay, merge up and head to Megres. Oh, damn it, the scavenger. I always... I'm just gonna sell the scavenger. I'm tired of getting him mixed in with everything. He is not a real command point. Alright, where else? Bonnie finished their microwave pipes. Alright, stuff that's far from the front, I still don't want producing ships. Not even because it's necessarily bad for them to be producing ships, but because it's tedious for me to manage the extra ships over to the front. And, you know, my real-world time is valuable too. This is pretty cool. This is a cool world. Anomaly, the Academy. I don't know, make this stuff and we'll figure out what to do with you later. So let's keep an eye on our northern holdings here. So I'm curious to see exactly where all the blue ships are coming from. These Ergos dudes better be careful. They have wandered into a live war zone. So, I mean, we're all projectile defenses. Yeah, just fleeing. Just constant, desperate, cowardly fleeing. I don't even know why he's bothering to send the fleets in if he doesn't think they can win the battles in the first place. Right, like, it looked like those 5 ships came from whatever is up here. They could have just stayed up here. Okay, well, we obliterated those guys there. He's mixing it up a little bit more. He's bringing in more small ships. More small ships with very poor defenses, though. And then he's just running away with them. Well, he's managed to use up all of my action points. I guess that's a strategy. I can get a new hero. I don't even want a new hero, honestly. I can't imagine what we would do with this hero that would be useful. A counselor. Empire-wide resources as well as diplomacy. I mean, honestly, whoever it is, I'm just going to take them and... I mean, sure. Welcome to the team. I'm just going to take him and move him to, like, an island or something. Are these all... Yeah, these are all explorer ships. My suspicion is that those ships were sent before the last event was completed. So, Izar. Let's just make him a ship on Izar. Let's actually take a look at his ship real quick, because we might be able to throw an extra engine or two on it. Go forth with maximum fastness. And begin claiming this for our great empire. What? Who are you? Where are you going? Oh, apparently this was a faster route than just going through space. Okay. I trust the calculation. Yeah, Oyad continues to go poorly for them. I don't really need anything except for it to not fall. So this is fine. It's just weird. And they bailed, yeah. I guess, I'm assuming they just ran out of manpower. I mean, there's definitely more manpower still sitting on the planet, but... Alright, let's gather up and get ready for a push. Hold on, what do we have here? Here we have 4 more points. Merge these up. Yeah, this is fine. We're ready to go. Unfortunately, this big army has no movement, but... Or this big navy, rather. But yeah, let's send them over there. We will see. Okay, we really don't need too much more. Lekim will turn soon. Their northern area can't be too much bigger because this area is owned by the other blue player. Yep, conscript. Keep fighting the people that are foolish enemies that are still here. Sophons are quote-unquote close to an economic victory. Who knows what that means? Okay, that's almost a fleet. Oh, he's really bringing them in. Let's go ahead and upgrade everybody. What do you think the odds are that these guys just retreat instead of fighting us? Oh, they stood. Well, I respect that. It's maybe not the best idea anyone's ever had, but I sure was getting tired of all the fleeing. Okay, something about the retrofit of our ships seems to have convinced them that there is no point in running. Very slowly rejuvenating the planet. It does look like we're getting some bombarding done here. Unfortunately, it's going to be pretty slow if we don't put a lot more ships into it. Honestly, let's just make a lot of slicers. The medium-sized ships, the butchers, actually don't have the siege module on them. Okay, so you guys are all doing what you need to be doing. We're running a little bit low on resources. Maybe some microwave pipes, and I'm sure I can buy adamantine. I'm sure there's enough adamantine. It's actually pretty expensive stuff. Yeah. We do have a huge amount of Hyperium. Let's sell, I don't know, 850 of it. Bam. We also have a lot of these. Let's go ahead and just dump a lot of stuff. Okay. That gives me some money to work with here. That said, it's still not enough to just be like buying annihilators willy-nilly, but it is something. Okay. Alright, so it's only a matter of time until battle falls. I'm sure we can clear out Micra because they really have run low on ships. I assume that their navy has mostly retreated up and to the right back to whatever their home territory was. Novaris and whatever connects up here. Get them. So that they can replenish their manpower. It's really the only thing that makes sense. Oh, wow, they have, like, no defenses here. I guess I never really built any defenses here either. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll be pretty surprised if we don't just claim that right away. Okay, you guys need to merge up. You know what? It would be really nice to build stuff a little bit faster. Actually, that seems like a fine place to dump some of this money. Well, hold on. Wouldn't you know it, Kren Salutis leveled up. I'm assuming they're getting XP based on the industry output of their systems, so we're completing things super quickly, so they're getting a ton of XP. Unfortunately, we've really reached the cap with what a lot of them can do. Okay, well, I mean, whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter that there's a bunch of dudes there. Alright, so how are we doing here? Get them to 70%. I think I'll do one more turn of siege before we get started properly. Let's grab the butcher out of this and merge him into here. Cause these guys to run screaming. There's a lot of ships. There's just a lot of meat in this fleet. There's no reason for our ships not to be at full health at this point. And yeah, unfortunately for now, we're just going to have to keep 2 fleets at Zosmanos just so that we have the action points to attack multiple times at Zosmanos, because all of the retreating is making that kind of a necessity. Really? Their stats are that much in excess of mine, huh? Looks like they're swapping up their defenses, which shouldn't make a huge difference, because a lot of our ships are pretty balanced now. Okay, so a retreat, and a blowout, and a retreat. They only have 1 ship here. Do I think that my butcher would beat that ship? You know what? Honestly, I don't even care. Just attack it. Make it clear to them that they have no safe harbor. Hey, we did it. May as well keep everybody in good health since we have a little bit of money to work with here. Oh, right, I can't repair these guys. This isn't actually my system. No matter how much it might feel like it. Nah, you know what? We'll start the invasion this turn. It'll take a couple of turns of pounding bombs followed by pounding cravers, but we'll get it. So is this... Okay. Progress is halted when enemy fleets orbit the system. Well, unfortunately, I didn't bother to upgrade the offensive stats of this ship because I didn't think I would need to. So, what would be a useful thing for you to do now, since apparently the enemies are just gonna charge tons and tons of ships. I mean, I guess the smart thing for this guy to do is just to hang out, and we'll send a ship over to go and fix it. Send this butcher over. Yeah, just be cool and wait, and we'll be there. We'll be there presently. There's no reason not to use the probes. Okay, Megas. I do wish that the default behavior of zooming out of a system was to zoom out to where that system is, rather than to zoom out to the place where you were before you zoomed into the system. Although I'm sure there are people who feel the other way about it. And Zeturbia, I don't even know, man. Make me a Patriot Pills plant while we figure out what we want to do. I'm just going to kick the can down the road a step on a bunch of these. Let's actually move this to the end. Alright. So Bettel probably falls this turn. Lekim will move over to our control pretty soon. We got Micro back. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. They're doing time slow singularities. They're manipulating the flow of time because they can't beat us with ships. I mean, time's a fairly good weapon. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Bettel is ours. Looks like Novarus is producing... They're really pumping out a huge amount of influence. Alright, we'll deal with that in a second. So you guys just keep wearing them down slowly. Well, let's grab 5 command points worth of ships here. Alright, we'll keep a garrison at Micra. I doubt they'll go straight to Megres. Megres was only in danger because Micra fell, so we'll just keep a garrison at Micra, and that should keep things pretty safe. The endless wave of ships is starting to become a lot smaller. Still getting large ships all the time, but it's not nearly in the numbers we were getting before, so I think they might be running out of resources here. We know that they ran out of will to fight long ago, but it looks like they're running out of ability to fight too, which is far more important for our purposes. Okay, now they're retreating this way. And again, I'm sure this is retreating over wormholes.
This is our proposal. We suggest you accept it.
320 dust? Really? You don't think I maybe am worth a little bit more than that? Alright, well... Bonnie is probably in a position where it doesn't need to actually make ships. Lacerta definitely doesn't need to make ships. You probably actually... Well, I've run out of resources again. Okay, make me a lot of slicers. Alright, so where are we at now? I am not good at keeping track. 30 out of 35. Feels like that number should be larger. We still don't have Lakim, that'll be 31. Novaris, which we are rapidly headed toward, will be 32. Kyrus is actually almost rejuvenated. We almost have an attack on the Infinite Factory that might work out, maybe. Neither of these two are going to go down anytime soon, unfortunately. A Pledge of Peace. You know, it's not his fault. We just met. He doesn't know the deal yet. He'll learn. Same way they all do. Okay, I think we probably don't actually need defenses at Oyad. I kind of assumed that there would still be ships coming, but it's been a couple of turns now since we've seen any blue come out of Novaris. Ooh, 2 Spectres this turn. Very impressive. So unfortunately, I don't really know where to go from Zosmanos except to Novaris, but clearly they have more stuff than that. We definitely don't need to leave a fleet in Betel. Where did that... Shoot, I don't know if there's a good way to look for this. Did I end up selling that... Oh, here... Okay, there is a good way to look for this. It puts the question mark icon down. Let's have some probes out, like here. See if we can find anything. Right, you guys are doing what you need to do. You're doing what you need to do. You're, I guess, doing what you need to do. You probably will not actually win a battle against these dudes. You know what? It might actually... It's probably faster for him to leave, get retrofitted, and then come back. We might be able to do an on-assignment thing with him, but, like... Honestly, it probably doesn't matter. And there is, in fact, a system here that is still neutral. So we can get that as well. I can't believe that that's the case at this point in the game. But we saw it with the Horatio and the Lumeris as well. Leave in neutrals up to harass with Reavers whenever they feel like. I actually feel like this is... We could go ahead and send our fleet out. A battle at Kyrus. Sorry, what? What are you doing right now? You brought... Oh, wow, he brought a real fleet. Okay, well, you're a jerk. All my ships have less than 60% health, do they? That is not correct. Your fleet failed to retreat or was destroyed, but it failed to retreat because there was no way out. They need to fix that, probably. Alright, well, we will continue to do slow attrition damage to the Infinite Factory. That's something. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. My fleet was not destroyed, clearly. Also, I'm very surprised by this. Surprised and extremely annoyed. What a dumb thing for him to be doing right now. Let's switch a bunch of places to public 3D printing because we don't need ships coming from everywhere right this second. We will leave some people back to defend, just in case. $277 is still a lot of dudes. What's this fleet's manpower? 7918. Okay, yeah, they can just orbit and do some more damage. Yeah, that's annoying. I was really hoping that we were going to get Kairos. Now I have to send an actual fleet down there if I want it. It's frustrating. I suppose we'll have to, though. Every system counts, right? I am not close to achieving a science victory. I guess I got closer this turn. It seems to be what it is. It just plays that message every time somebody does anything toward the victory type. So, what now? To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure. I guess we just work toward the science victory to see if we can get that first. I could... You know what? Let's get Exavolt beam focus. We can mine out our last resource. What's up? Oh, neat. That is something. It's not important, but it's neat. Man, they are really going all in on these huge ships. I don't think that's a good way to run things. I think it's nice to have some... it's good to have little ships mixed in there, man. See? Right, obviously, we declare war on these dudes. We cannot invade them yet, but we will soon. Yes, they're sending in people. They're sending in ships from like directly east. It looks like. Right. This is something incoming. Okay, you guys just keep doing that. Alright, let's give you some real weapons and armor. Get rid of these. Okay, so let's go one laser weapon, one projectile weapon, some of this and some of this. And then also... Are these all purely support? They are. Okay. Well, let's drop one of the engines and put in a repair module, since apparently I'm going to be fighting a little bit. Alright, we will go back over there and we will clear out the exploration ships. It's kind of silly that we have to, but it looks like we do. Ah, man. We have to give so many orders every turn. I do not, in general, like playing really large empires. I usually am a little bit more of an internal player, and this right here is why. Unfortunately, we can't just throw everybody onto, like, auto, because I don't know what they'll do, and also, there's not a lot of stuff to build anyway. I will tell you to build ships when I need you to build ships. As it is, we have an awful lot of ships. What is this? Oh, that's right. I had a hero who was the commander of a fleet. Who was then horribly injured. You can be the commander of this fleet, because they're going to be moving on back into a combat role pretty soon. Hey, what a surprise. We were able to defeat the one ship. Okay, so they're on energy defenses now. I'm not really too worried about that. They can swap their defenses back and forth without really affecting us. My big concern will be if they start doing non-projectile damage, then we have to swap our defenses back. Let's take one of our fleets and move them up to Bertus. Let's make sure that this doesn't stall out in any serious way. The only way out of Bertus is to the north, unfortunately into another player's territory, it looks like. Okay, still 254. Still kind of a lot of, what do you call it? Kind of a lot of garrison there. Novarus and Bertus puts us on 32, I think. If we do in fact get the Endless Factory, that's 33. Lechem is still not colonized, which is ridiculous. Please hurry. Actually, in 20 turns, own the system producing the most industry. That we might legitimately win if the game goes another 20 turns. Wow, really? That is a hell of a bar imbalance. I don't agree. That probably is not what happened. I have decided. Alright. Let us defeat them with superior numbers. I mean, they sure are throwing a lot of resources at this world. And we're seeing the same heroes recycle over and over again, which means they're buying back their heroes constantly. I suspect that that is so little cost that it's completely trivial for them to do. Just left its 2 specters. Well, we're certainly not going to start a fight here. And he has moved in 12 new ships to attack Sosmanos. Yeah, we have to figure out where his other ships are coming from. Because this has got to end. We got to cut off these reinforcements. Hopefully the probes will reveal something in the next turn or two here. But it does seem like a, you almost have to elect not to win the other victory types in order to win a conquest victory. Because we definitely, if I had just decided to focus on pretty much anything else, we definitely could have won something else by now. Thustrellan, you... I don't even know. Your fleet commander, it looks like. I don't know, dude. Plus movement points on your fleet. I wonder if I can automate hero leveling. That might be a thing that's worth doing. Okay, you're not actually at that system yet. Atlas can probably keep creating ships. That's fine. And Gano... Gano can maybe take a break. I think that's fine. I cannot believe how long it is taking for Lekim to turn into a colony. This is crazy. It's not even like a huge number of turns, but the real time. It's taking so much real time. Let's run these dudes off. We can finally do a ground assault of this system. I don't even expect the ground assault will be very difficult. It's just been removing all of the blue ships that's been a problem. In fact, there's nobody on the ground. I wonder if blue was sieging them first. Did they run or did we kill them? We killed them, okay. What's up? I discovered their homeworld. Okay. I see. That is probably where the heart of their shipbuilding operation is. Home systems can be very, very powerful given their age. We'll have quite a lot of ships converging on them from down here shortly, though. I don't anticipate it being a long-term issue. All right, let's make sure everybody is up to date and also upgraded. Okay. So you have ships converging on this stuff over here. We're slowly sieging down a very impressive infinite factory. Oh, we're coming. We just don't have enough action points to get everything done. Okay, we probably don't have to keep defense on Atlas anymore. So why don't we just move everybody? I suspect they will not strike as deep as Atlas. Let's move my scout ship up. Let's move this Annihilator up. Kochab can probably stop building ships, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's fight some scouts. Start with the guy we're actually at war with. I'm assuming that we will not take a significant amount of damage doing this, but you know what? We actually don't have very upgraded defenses. So it's totally possible that we will end up taking huge amounts of damage. Alright, well, somehow we caught one of their heroes all alone orbiting the system. I don't know why that would be the case. Seems like an odd choice. Oh, yeah. So we need 2 more researches to put... to be able to threaten to build the obelisks, which I think is something we're going to have to do. We may need to be able to suddenly win the game via another method, if this ends up taking as long as it has been taking. It looks like it may keep taking. Oh, what is this? Get me a butcher. The second I leave, I should have remembered. Yeah, I was of course going to be dicks about it. Oh, hey, I did it. 25 cold planets. Cool. Increase the system level of Gobris. The secreting... Yeah, okay. Listen, not that the quests aren't important, but I have some other stuff going on right now. The defenses here are actually not very impressive. I expect one more turn of combat? Yeah. How many specters do you think he can pump out? Because he's making, what, 3 or 4 a turn at least, right? He's got all of his systems devoted solely to this? I guess he's probably buying some of them. Shoot it into the narrow lane between where the other two I shot ended up. Oh, man. I don't know. Okay, so we probably don't... We don't want to move either of those fleets. Let's keep them together. Manpower in this fleet is now 203.45. Alright. Let's start the ground assault. Oh, I really thought that was going to take a little bit more. Okay. Well, that being the case, I guess let's go do this. Honestly, it's looking like maybe I don't need to leave anybody back to play defense. Let's leave something. A token force, at least. Okay, so Atlas can send your guy to Zosmanos. Everybody to Zosmanos. To attack these assholes, because they certainly have earned it. Get out of here. I'm trying to rejuvenate this planet. I'm sure they're mad about that.
Nervous. What are you up to?
Not great at threats, are they? How are there so many places that still need build orders? How can this be? Oh yeah, this world had nothing. Right. Yep, just make everything... Whatever. I don't expect we'll have to give any orders there again. Alright, so that's one more for the counter. I did not mean to click on that. Just trying to drag the map. Here's one more. Ibella will be one more. Let's put you up, get you over there. Just make it clear to everybody that Lekim seriously is off limits. Ground battle at Novarus, which we win easily. Because nobody's troops are even close to the equal of ours. I really have gained a lot of respect for troop upgrades this game. Like, the difference it makes having a an advanced and well-funded infantry force. Like, even just to defense. The fact that we were able to ward off so many ships on Oyad without having to actually commit a bunch of our own was a big deal. Alright. Sheridan are sort of close to an economic victory, maybe? Who could really say, right? What does the Endless Tech Industry do? Plus 20 approval? This does actually nothing for me. My systems are so far below 20 approval. Or so far below negative 20 approval, rather. I don't know, let's just research a couple of things. At this point, we're mostly just burning time. Alright, one fleet goes forward while the other fleet stays put. Alright, Please leave. I was in the middle of regenerating this. You kind of gotta wonder what the other exploration ships are thinking as they see me drive off their neighbors one by one. I think some of them would, like, notice and go, oh, hey, maybe we should go. I honestly don't even care. Let's outfit his ship. Create him on Phagis. And do basically the same thing. We're just going to try to start rebuilding that world. Because I am confident that that will add it to our empire, and while I don't imagine it mattering, it totally could, right? Okay. Oh wow, he actually stayed and fought. There's no match for our armored limousine. Alright, so I don't know if we're bringing enough people to Kairos. It may be that the Sophon fleet there will beat these guys. Totally could be. Hard to say. Alright, well now we can see and use wormholes. I think this is going to help. Where is the explorer? He's in this fleet. And there he is. Separate him out. I have a job for him. Okay, you guys need to get over to here. I mean, everybody does, really. What is this? The defender team has destroyed Elyon. Oh no! Not Elyon. It looks like that's probably going to happen to Kairos before we actually get there. Okay, it would be cool if you would go away. This is my space. He's just waiting for the opportunity to leech my citizens. Okay, seriously, how long are we talking here? 4 turns? Jesus. I feel like that's been a really, really long colonize. You guys head over there too. If there's still a system by the time you get there, they'll be grateful for you. So now we need 4 attacks, and I will just click on 4 attacks. I am seriously going to threaten a science victory here. Yeah, this was the case a lot in basically every 4X, honestly. It always feels like the Conquest victory is kind of a bad way to go, but at this point, I really just want to see it through. Everybody's going to be aware of how much I could have won other victories, though. Okay, slowly we run them off. I made it to Yabella. They do not have a lot of defenses, which bodes well for us. Yeah, I don't know how they're... How are they rushing, like, 3 to 4 large ships to the front every turn, but they have no defenses on, like, their capital and stuff? Oh, my fleet doesn't have any manpower. Okay, this fleet is... Fleet's not refilling. Why not? Let's merge these two together. See, we're at plus 0%. I mean, it's still 271 soldiers. It's good enough. I didn't even think to check the manpower levels. And I know we're pushing a pretty long video here, but I feel like I've got to be close. Where are we at, numbers-wise? Yeah. We're just gonna wrap it up. Everything's good. We're wrapping. So actually, I don't even need to conquer anything because Lekim will be our winning system. But the conquering of Ubella will probably actually be faster. And their influence circles really are growing quickly, though. I'm kind of curious how quickly they're pumping out the influence. Oh, what? Again, it put the tiny fleet at the top of the list, so that's the one I would select first. That's annoying. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. That's a little bit more like what I was expecting to see. I would say that's a hell of a victory, actually. Alright, we have lots of ships moving everywhere. This is probably not actually necessary. I'll tell you what, I do feel like we certainly took our part of the galaxy. Oh, we only have the one idle fleet. What am I doing? We have far too many systems to give orders to. Alright, so Ubella will fall within a couple of turns at most, I think. Let's launch an attack here. We should completely school them, or they'll flee. And in either case, we put boots on the ground immediately. Hopefully that will be good enough. I'm kind of surprised at how bad our manpower regeneration was on Novarus, considering the amount of manpower our Empire has stockpiled. But it may just be that you don't get good manpower generation on worlds you don't totally own yet. Because we control it, but we don't have ownership. Damn it, it did it again. Wait a minute, they attacked me? They brought 2 hunters to attack me at Lekim? Oh, they brought 2 hunters who are outfitted for... No, one that is outfitted for short-range combat and one that is not. That's a very strange strategy. Yep, and then at Virtus. Wrong army. There we go. It really should be that the highest combat or the highest command point fleet is always the top fleet. I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more cautious with my clicking. Alright, yeah, stuff happened. None of it's relevant. The only thing that matters... Well, I guess it does matter that we don't lose systems. I'm trying to select... Wait. No, there... Is there not a fleet in orbit around this system? Okay. Remarkably hard time clicking on them as well. But see, it's doing it again. For no particular reason, the weaker fleet is the one that gets selected when you click on a stack. It's very strange behavior. I wonder how it determines what is above. I mean, they're probably, each fleet has an index, right? And it's just selecting the one with the lowest index. But it really should be something that's surfaced to the player. Alright, well, we will, in the name of our masters the Endless, rejuvenate some of these worlds. But you know, after we're declared kings of the galaxy. I'm curious if we're actually going to win this. I don't know. Well, they're all projectile offense. That can't be good for them. That doesn't look like a minor defeat. We lost a lot of ships there. Alright, I think if we can finish the conquering of Ibella this turn, we should have it. Kappa has proposed a treaty. Ooh, we might not be able to get him this turn. That is a lot of bodies. Alright, we're getting there.
Your dismissal of our proposal only entrenches hostilities.
Absolutely not. This is what we were stockpiling for.
Spinning in our orbit.
Did you declare war on me? I mean, I don't care, actually. I don't think it matters at all. Okay, so let's have somebody throw some ammo at those guys. Oh, we should definitely get another fleet in orbit. There's no reason for us to have 3 fleets orbiting Novarus. Get another big fleet over there. Hey guy, buzz off. Okay, next turn maybe. We are still raining down the A2S ammo. So they're bringing in additional ships, it looks like. We're bringing in an additional ship or 2 as well, but honestly, I think they're probably going to win this battle. We're probably not going to be able to stop them from destroying Kairos. Again, not that this actually matters. Grave defeat. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the fact that he could just buy some of my systems if he has that tech. Am I sending a fleet that actually has manpower? It has a little bit. Oh, well, I think... Huh, be the first to unlock 40 technologies, get 200 luxury resource. They really need to make these more interesting. And my outpost turned into a colony on Lekim, so... We're now at 30... We should be at 36 out of 35, I think, but okay. So... Hopefully we hit end turn and it causes us to win the game immediately. Please go away. Also, my borders are closed to you. So now this is my borders. You get out of here. Well, I guess I probably should have repaired these ships before doing that. Alright, everybody go to the places you're supposed to go, and then, I think we're probably good, right? Alright, well, a victory on the first attempt at Endless maybe suggests that the game was a little too easy, but also maybe I just played super well. No, probably the AI needs a little bit of love. That's okay. Part of the value of a series like this is that we can learn the foibles of the AI over a couple of games, and then maybe be able to do something about that ourselves. So I think if we hit continue playing, or I think it's if we hit score screen, that's when we get the ending, right? Yeah, here comes our video. Our sweet, sweet reward for all of that grinding.
The Hive survives, multiplying, evolving. There are no gods or creators to slow or sidetrack us. We are many, and all will be our prey.
There are no gods or creators to slow or sidetrack us. Didn't we redevote ourselves to the service of the virtual endless? I thought that's what that wasp thing was. Well, anyway, my overall score was 36. Is that a good number? I have no idea. So if we click through these... Yeah, Jesus. The Riftborn were producing a huge amount of food. Aren't the Riftborn robots? Do they eat food? I'm actually not sure. That may be why their food score was so high, actually. Because they have a ton of population to work on stuff, but they don't eat. So they had a lot of food, but it wasn't actually meaningful. They were actually out-industrying me. Well, we knew that. They had to be producing as many ships as they were. They were actually the biggest and toughest... Yeah, they were significantly the best empire in the game. Aside from, apparently, Urgaz pumping out crazy influence. You can see here, where we consumed one player, and then consumed another player. But yeah, we ended up just, like, super, super high on everything. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode. Come back next time. I think maybe something a little bit more internal. I haven't decided what race yet. But come back tomorrow to find out. And we'll see you then.